Hey everybody, I'm Jeremy Anderson, the Director of Instruction at the Legacy Golf Club, and I'm looking forward to helping you learn how to play better golf. Can't take a divot? Let's fix that. So today what I want to talk about is two kinds of players that struggle to take a divot. Player A, or the first player, all right, that golfer swings the golf club down too steep. Okay, and what happens when they're swinging it down steep? Either typically they don't turn enough going back, and they start pulling down on the handle with their left arm, and their hands get way out in front of the right elbow. Okay, that player is going to shallow the golf club by pushing up and out on the handle, changing the pivot point of the golf club, and they're going to struggle to hit the turf because of that, because the golf club doesn't want to land. Okay, so for that player, the fix is we need to get the right arm more in line in the downswing, and we actually want to get the angle of attack a little bit more passive so we don't have to change the pivot point. So what I would want to see that player do is let's get a little bit bigger shoulder turn, so that way when we actually do start to lift the arms in the backswing, the hands get in line with the elbow. Because from here, the shaft's going to come down on a lot more passive angle, and we don't have to change the pivot point to hit the turf. Okay, we can just let the golf club travel on its intended swing plane. All right, so the second kind of player that struggles to take a divot is the kind of player who lacks hand depth, and how they try to get their hands more around them in the golf swing is by swinging it back and retracting the right elbow as if they're starting a lawnmower. Okay, and again, what we're going to get from here is the right elbow is going to get behind the seam on your shirt, and from there we can't get the golf club out in front of us unless we're throwing it with our hands. And from here, what we get is we get an airplane that doesn't want to land. It's like an airplane that just keeps circling the airport and has no landing, right? So we need to add a steep angle. So for that player, the fix is, it's not necessarily to swing it steeper, it's just to get the arms back in front of us and not behind us here. So instead of letting the right elbow get back this way, let's swing it back. Let's put the back of your watch, if your watch is on your left hand, behind your right elbow, and let's keep the right arm more in front of us, so that way our arms are in front of us enough where we can swing down and hit the turf. Because it's darn near impossible with the right elbow behind us to get the turf unless we're moving out in front of it, or we have an extremely flexible body situation where we can rotate enough to get back to it. So if you're the player who gets their right elbow trapped behind them in the downswing and you're struggling to take divots, here's a great drill for you. Every driving range in America just about has one of these, especially every public range. It's a range basket. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this basket, we're going to put it on our breastbone here between our arms. And what I want you to do is I want you to rehearse making backswings and not dropping the basket. If your right elbow retracts and you pull back, you're going to drop the basket. That'll put your left arm across your chest more. Your hands relative to your spine will have less distance. Okay? So let's make some swings here, and let's control the basket. Let's not drop it. So we're going to go back, control the basket, and go through. Back and through.